just watched the top ranked boxing, the undercard, Egis Kavaliauskas. Man, this is the Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr.A. If you have tuned in and watched this show for the year and a half that's been going on, you know I get my predictions. I'm a hit and miss guy. I like that shits and giggles. I like talking that boxing banter. But what I am pretty damn on point is those Mr. A's thoughts where I think outside the box. I scratch a little, I have no source, but when I get the little, start researching and putting some ideas together and blah, 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 glue in here, tape there, some Mr. A's thoughts. I said it a year and a half ago when the show started. Terrence Crawford ain't going to have no competition. Let's get prepared for these fights. Jose Benavidez, Egis. We named these fights already a year and a half ago. And we are now seeing the Egis lineup. And Egis looked he looked better from the Abreu fight just because we saw something different. Now, if Egis was able to press forward, maybe he wouldn't have looked as who cares? Roberto had him on the back foot. The longer, taller fighter had the shorter and disadvantaged reach. Egis backing up constantly. So we finally got to see the mean machine not be so mean. He was actually not controlling this fight. But then again, he was controlling the action and the fight. It's like, was he controlling the fight? Was he not? In a way, he wasn't. But then again, he was, because he was controlling all the action from the back foot countering. Just moving around the ring, constantly turning. Roberto was not cutting the ring off at all. So it kept allowing Egis to circle off to the right, allowing Roberto to land short with a jab. Egis would come with some counters, A headbutt cut him over, the right eye. Third round knockout, which came kind of like out of nowhere, because even though they were landing some shots, Egis was doing a lot of good countering off the back foot movement. Roberto was able to land some certain jabs here and there. It was only the third round. They were kind of filling each other out. But from what I saw, what Roberto was able to, how he was able to move Egis, land the shot, Egis is going to have a hard time with Terrence Crawford. If Terrence Crawford is able to put Egis on the back foot, it's a wrap. Quick. Egis is going to have to sell out and just sell out on Terrence Crawford. But like I said, back to this fight, it was a 2 rounds, back foot movement. Third round, it was about to be almost over in the final 15 seconds. Like I said, they were Timothy Bradley was calling it. He's like, hey, the way he's changing the levels with the jab up and down to the body, he's set, get ready in the next 45 minutes or the next minute or so, or the next minute or so around that he's going to start coming with some hook. And sure enough, at the end of that round, he jabbed to the body, came with a right hook, a left hook, and then another one, right hook on the temple. He was on the ropes. He fell from the temple shot, caught a left hook, like he caught a left something. Hook, uppercut, while he was on the knee. More of it hit him, but more of a push your head back, because he was so close on the knee. But it was that final, the second right hook behind the temple, that equilibrium shot. Sent Roberto down quick, and then he got hit with that one. So maybe while he was still dizzy, getting his head shook up again, but it was more that second hook to the left temple, or behind the ear, I should say. Egis looked good. That hit him while he's down is gonna hurt, though, because it's gonna be mentioned. You hit him while he was down. Maybe he could have got up. Maybe it's gonna be a bad look. Now, Egis, I get what I like is they're trying to say if he looks good, he'll be a Terrence Crawford fight. If he wins, looks good. Tim Brady's like, man, they're gonna serve him up regardless. They need opponents for Terrence Crawford. You know, he just needs to win. He's gonna get served up regardless. And that's true. Like I said, after Aegis is a mandatory, and you will figure. Let's go looking at the rankings before we say goodbye right here on the RRT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr. A. Egis Kavaliauskas has defeated Roberto Arriaza by third round. Was it a stoppage or a knockout? I think he did get counted to 10. I believe that was a knockout. I believe he did. Don't you miss knockouts, you know? Like, even though the guy be fucked up and he be laid out, the referee, like, I guess right then you're like, okay, ref, why count to 10? Just wave it off. But, you know, technical knockouts just don't sound good as a fucking knockout. Like, yeah, count to 10, that motherfucker didn't get up. You know, not count his ass out. Now, Aegis, the WBO, number 2 mandatory. Castillo Clayton, Canada. He's going to come around. He's going to get that shot. Number 1, whenever he has the cojones to do it. Jesse Vargas, number 3. Broner, number 4. Those two are out of the picture. Now, Jesse Vargas can come out of nowhere and get like a Valatori cause Crawford needs a name. Don't be surprised if Jesse Vargas pops up. You know, but this is an Egis video. We're just going over the rankings. Number 5, Amir Khan. Need a name. Number 6, Giovanni Santillan. Luis Verón. He just fought Roberto Arriaza. That's what Egis fought tonight. Number 9, Mika Shonina. Kiran Larahaga. Number 10, who has a fight tomorrow? Frankie Gavin came fucking 5 pounds overweight, trying to fucking bully his ass. Number 11, Rashidi Ellis. Number 12, Quadratilo Abdulkakarov. That's my boy. I like that dark horse motherfucker. He's my dark horse. You know, I followed the show. Well, I followed him before I made the show. Just as a boxing fan, I saw that crazy name and I followed him. You know, when he was like number 13 and shit in the WBC, which is now he's like number 3 in the WBC. So it's cool to see him go up. But then number 12 is Kahida Obhara, Karen Chakazian, and Jose Benavides. So back on the round, we came back around to finish this countdown. Terence Crawford got Aegis. And then it's going to get thin after Aegis. Top rank's going to have to probably work with Golden Boy Rashidi Ellis, Castillo Clayton. Like I said, and then don't be surprised if out of a sudden, like I said, ESPN needs big names, big money fights. Don't be surprised if somehow Jesse Vargas or Amir Khan. Don't be surprised, just get thrown at Crawford because ESPN needs some money fights. I'm your host, Mr. A. Thank you for tuning in. And new fans, new viewers, if you were entertained by this, you're like, oh shit, you know, a little long. He was a little weird talking, but you know what? Fucking Mr. A is entertaining. Hit that subscribe button. Just my thumbs up for you being a new subscriber if you are one. Back to the show. Hit the thumbs up. Support it. The RRT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr. A. Follow the show at Twitter at RRTB Show. The show comes live at 6 a.m. I got thrown off the last 2 days. It's Monday through Friday. It's a very, very low audience show up, you know, but we're gonna stay at it. We're gonna stay at it. Hopefully, you guys can make a 6 a.m. morning show, because after that, you know, it goes from my show 7 to 8 is the Trill Boxing Talk with the LDBC, and then they got Fana International. So it's a nice little trifecta. 6, I started off. 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. is the LDBC. Support the fan show. Fans support the fan show. Thank you for tuning in.